Imagine waking up tomorrow to find that the price of everything you buy has skyrocketed. Your favorite brands? More expensive. The goods you rely on for your business? No longer affordable. That's what's happening right now, as tariffs reshape global business in ways we've never seen before. But here's the big question. Are you prepared for the global ripple effect? Let's dive into how tariffs are changing the game and why you need to be ready. Let's break it down. Tariffs are taxes imposed on imported goods. They're usually put in place by governments to protect local industries, reduce imports, or even retaliate against other countries. But here's where things get tricky. While tariffs can protect domestic businesses, they also create economic disruptions across borders. Take, for example, the US-China trade war. With billions in tariffs slapped on goods, prices of everything from electronics to steel began to rise. And it's not just consumers who felt the sting, it's companies too, especially those relying on global supply chains. Now, let's talk about the global ripple effect. Tariffs don't just stay between the two countries involved. They send shockwaves through the global economy. Small and medium-sized businesses, the backbone of the global economy, are hit hardest. Imagine a factory in Vietnam that relies on raw materials from China. Suddenly, tariffs are raised and the cost of production spikes. This forces them to raise prices or find new suppliers, and that creates instability for everyone in the supply chain. But it's not just about prices going up. Businesses are forced to adapt, either by shifting production locations, adjusting product designs, or finding creative ways to manage costs. Innovation and adaptability become key. Those who don't adjust, they get left behind. Here's where it gets personal. Tariffs are often passed on to consumers. When costs for businesses go up, they don't absorb those costs, they pass them on. Whether it's the price of your next smartphone, clothes, or automobile parts, you're the one paying the price for tariffs. It's inflationary, and it hits your wallet hard. For companies, it means tighter profit margins, higher production costs, and the difficult choice of whether to raise prices or cut corners. It's a balance between staying competitive and maintaining quality. And guess what? It's not just the big multinational corporations that are feeling the heat. Small businesses that rely on international suppliers are facing cost increases and supply chain disruptions that could make or break their operations. So, how do companies survive in this turbulent environment? The answer is flexibility. In a world of shifting tariffs and trade rules, companies are rethinking their global strategies. For example, many are now looking at diversification, finding new suppliers in different countries to avoid depending on one region. Manufacturers are exploring options to shift production closer to home markets, setting up plants in regions with lower tariffs or even nearshoring. Moving production closer to their customer base to avoid the complications of tariffs altogether. Another strategy? Product redesign. If tariffs are eating into a company's margins, they might look to alter products so they fall under different tariff classifications, or create entirely new ways of producing goods. But it's not just about avoiding tariffs, it's about anticipating shifts in global trade policies and staying ahead of the curve. That means companies must be proactive about risk management, keeping a close eye on global politics and trade negotiations. So with all these changes happening, how does this impact you? Well, the answer depends on where you stand in the global business ecosystem. For consumers, you can expect higher prices on goods and services, more product shortages, and even changes in the types of products available to you. Your buying power is directly tied to global tariffs, and those prices may never go back down. For businesses, it's time to adapt or perish. The companies that thrive will be the ones who plan ahead, invest in flexibility, and embrace innovation. The tariff wars are only going to keep evolving, and those who aren't ready for the ride could find themselves left behind. Tariffs are reshaping the global business landscape, and the changes are happening fast. The question is, are you prepared for the future? If you're a business owner, are you diversifying your supply chain? Are you staying on top of the latest trade policy changes and preparing your business to pivot at a moment's notice? And if you're a consumer, are you ready for the price hikes and the potential shortage of goods? The tariffs of today are not just economic policies. They're a wake-up call for businesses and consumers alike. The global economy is changing, and those who embrace this new reality will be the ones who succeed. So, here's the big takeaway. Tariffs are reshaping everything, from supply chains to the way you shop. The world of business is more unpredictable than ever, and if you're not ready, you could get left behind. Are you prepared? The future of business depends on it.